everyone. Welcome to episode 251 of Double Bubble with Girk and Keek. I'm Girk.
I'm Keek. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
what's going on? You're in new environs.
Yeah, we are officially living in the RV. We're trailer folk. I have to say, not to be a downer right out of the gate, it's been a whirlwind of interesting.
Yeah.
People keep texting me. People keep
Turn
texting.
off your fucking phone.
I know. It's a photo shoot I was supposed to have later today, and they want to do it on Wednesday instead. Fine. Okay, fine. We'll do it on Wednesday. Probably because it's supposed to rain today and tomorrow. Sometimes, can I tell you, I do these real estate photo shoots, and people won't even think about, like, I've shot some in the rain before. They're just like sprinkling in the rain. I'm like, you guys realize it's raining out, right? And I'm getting exterior shots of your home. No? Okay, cool. I'll just stand out here and get soaked. It's fine. Whatever. So yes, so we are in our RV. We moved in, and again, not to be too much of a downer, but it's been like a little bit of a roller coaster. I feel like every time we move, because this is move number 3 this year, I just uncontrollably cry for like a week. Aww. And I think that, and it's kind of hilarious because it's not like make sense sobbing. It's just like random where I go, I think I might cry at some point in the next like 15 minutes, where you like, I can feel it in my gut where I'm just like,
start to build up.
Something's coming. And no reason
you know
whatsoever.
What they call that? Well, no, there kind of is a reason. Do you know what they call it?
Well, my family
trauma
calls it
trauma.
Random bouts of crying. RBC, random bouts of crying. Trauma. Yeah, trauma.
A little melancholy.
A little melancholy. A little blue. Are you a little blue? So I feel like, so yes, I get that, but then also a little bit of PTSD living up here. Trauma. But I do have to say, because everyone, it's so funny because my family will check in and they'll go, the RV's tight at small, whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't fucking care. I mean, yes, there's a learning curve, and there's, some adjustments to be made. But that part doesn't actually even bother me so much. It's just everything else. I mean, it's like, somebody said once that I was talking to somebody recently who was looking at buying a house up here. I'm like, well, you can get them on the cheap if there's anything left standing. Now's a good time to buy. But she said it's the weirdest feeling because it feels like you're just in the middle of nowhere. And I said, yeah, it feels like when you're on that drive out to Vegas and you get off at Baker to like get some gas, or you pass Zizix and you accidentally get off and you're like, where am I? There's nothing here. It's kind of like that. But I do feel better being in Altadena. Like
well, at least you're back on the property that you're paying a mortgage for.
Right. But we were also very much looking forward to just being home, Yeah. Even though it's different and it's very sad. It's, there's something about being home. Like this town, this area feels, this is our home, So to be back up here, it's better. And also to be around the resilience of it, to be able to go to the one restaurant that managed to reopen, or like the one store that's almost open, or like that kind of stuff where you're just with your people. It's just better to be with your people.
And you can support them and grow again.
I think there's something to be said for being with your people, because nobody else gets it. No one else is ever going to get it. So you just need to be with your people. But also, living in the RV, we have our water, we have our sewer like hookup. We already had that from before, even though the Army Corps broke it. We had to have our plumber fix it. But we have that. So we have like it's like camping with what they refer to as a full hookup, because you have your electricity, you have your water, you have your dump. And so, but it's only been, what, a week, 2 weeks? And so we haven't really there's little things here and there where we're like, oh God, why does it seem like everything's, breaking now?
Yeah.
So we've had the RV repair guy out a couple of times, and we're talking to him about the dump because there's an art to whether or not you leave the black tank, which is the poo-poo, open. If you leave it, because we're hooked up to the sewer, right? So you can leave it open, and then it just goes straight into the sewer. But that's not always the greatest way to go, because there's like negative sides, downsides to that. One of them being,
do tell, please. Tell us about how you don't want your poop to back up.
Well, one of them being like, I think it's better just to have it in the tank and dump it like once a week, because otherwise if it's constantly going down, it's going to get stuck or whatever. I don't know. Gross. It's just gross. And also the biggest reason,
want to hear about this.
I know. The biggest reason why you don't do it, I learned when we were in the trailer and we were camping with my sister who had their Airstream that they had for years.
Okay.
Apparently when you are hooked up and you leave it open, there's this weird kind of science-y thing that I don't really understand the science behind it, but there's this weird science-y thing where if you leave it open and you turn the fan on in the bathroom, like accidentally when it's open, there's some sort of vortex that pulls the smell out of the tank up into the trailer.
Excellent.
And so that happened to us once. We were like, what is happening? And so my sister told us about it. So I was like, I don't want that to ever even be a possibility, because it was so
Why
awful.
would you?
Like you were living inside of somebody's asshole. So we don't do that.
We know how familiar I am with assholes.
Right. So we don't do that. But I was waiting because the people who bought it from us had what they referred to as their poop stick. And I was like, why do you have a poop stick? And they were like, well,
I don't
because
even like the name of it.
When you have a really big tank, like this is a much bigger tank than we had in our trailer. And they said, when you poop, like sometimes it just kind of, the poop goes down and then it makes a little like pyramid. And we would have to use the poop stick to like, and I was just looking at her going, what are you talking about? Did you not ever put enzymes in your tank? And she just looked at me like, what? Yeah, enzymes. Put enzymes in your tank to break everything down. You should never need a poop stick. Because they would use...
that's a quote. You should never
need a poop stick.
Need a poop stick.
Because she was like trying to be, help us out, but also kind of mortified that she was having to tell us that they had this big long stick that they would use to like shove the poop around so it wasn't a pyramid. Like, what are you? No, girl, no. So I did not have a poop stick incident. However, I've been trying to, as we've talked about, women of a certain age, you got all sorts of different changes and things happening. I got like menobelly happening, which I am really unhappy with. Oh, and that's the other thing. I buried the lead. I also went off the Lexapro.
We talked about this the last show, I think.
Yeah, for the weight. Yeah. So, don't know, but I've added a bunch of different stuff. I'm doing the chia seeds for extra. I've added extra fiber, but I found out I realized I wasn't drinking enough water because I'm like, I'm not noticing any difference except for the fact that I got a little rabbit poop every now and then. What's happening? So as I do, I went to my my Google medical degree to see what was happening, and Google was like, "Girl, you ain't drinking enough water." So I started drinking more water.
Good.
And then the fiber was like, the chia seeds were like, here we go. So one morning a couple of days ago, I get up and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. And this one's going to be like, I need to get on the scale after this one. Cause this one's going to be like,
don't you love those poops?
You lost some weight, girl. Yeah.
Right. And it's like only an ounce.
Life-changing. Life-changing. Mm-hmm. So I get on the toilet, and it was enormous. Ridiculous. So I was like, uh-oh. So I'm trying to, I don't know if, for those of you who've ever been in an RV or a trailer or whatever, you have the special toilets where you like put the foot pedal down and the water, there's not water in the bowl. You put the foot pedal down and the water comes out and a little hole at the bottom opens, it goes whoop and sucks your, like an airplane. Right. Except without the massive suction. And it was kind of stuck a little bit. So I was like,
now you were wishing you had the poop stick.
I know. Fucking judgy bitch. So I it eventually kind of went down, but immediately the bowl started to fill with water. So I was like, oh no. So I had to use some semblance of a poop stick that wasn't long enough to try to see what was happening. And I'm like, I went and I checked. I'm like, the tank's not full. And I was shooting. I booked a job out of the blue, audition from like 6 months ago. They were like, hey, by the way, is she available for this whatever newscaster role? And I was like, yes, I am. So it's been a dismal year for me booking wise. So I'm on the verge of maybe going to be late. And I call my dude and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I went out and I dumped the tank. The tank is not full. I think it's stuck. I had a really large shit. And I don't know what's happening. This is usually the reversal of the conversation that we normally have, sadly.
Right.
And I was like, and he was like, it's okay. Just put some enzymes in there. Let it sit. It'll break it down at some point, and hopefully by the time I get home later, it'll be fine. So I'm like, okay. So I do. And the enzymes get stuck in the top part of the bowl because there was so much water there that I went to go get like a plastic bag to put on my arm so I could put the... There was no poop in the bowl. It was just water because the poop was down. But I wanted to get the enzymes down below. Long story. So anyway, so I put the plastic bag on my arm and I took the enzymes, which are toxic. You're not supposed to touch with your fingers anyway. And I had to like open the hole and shove them down because I'm like, they started to dissolve immediately in the bowl where there was nothing. It was already water. So I'm like, I just shoved them down. So I shoved them down. I hose everything off. I disinfect myself. I grab my stuff and I go to the set. And I'm driving, and I get a call. And dude calls me, and he's like, I'm almost home. I'll take a look at it. I'll figure it out. And I was like, great. So I get to the studio, and I'm in my car is in the line. I pull up to the little security gate, and I whip my ID out, and my phone rings. And I pick up the phone as I'm handing my ID to the security guard, and it's on speaker because I'm in my car, and I hear, oh my God, holy shit, what the fuck? This is the biggest shit I've ever seen in my life. What happened to you? As the security guard is taking my ID. And I was like, hey babe, I'm at the gate. I'm about to go in. Sorry about that. And he was like, I've never seen anything like mine aren't even this big. I've never seen anything like this. Are you okay? Do you need to see a doctor? Do we need to make an appointment? I was like, no.
What did the security guard say?
Nothing. I think.
What was the expression? Did they hear it?
I didn't make eye contact. I just looked straight forward, and I tried. I did a quick shuffling of trying to turn the volume down. And then I just didn't make eye contact. I just kind of took my ID back and tried not to make
Thank you,
eye
sir.
contact while I was taking my ID. And then as soon as I passed the guard gate and I drove in, I was like, okay, Girk's going to love this story. But also, dude, I know. And he said, I've never seen anything like that. I'm like, okay, first of all, bullshit. No, you got so much stuff going on. Don't judge me. And also, I feel amazing. So,
the outcome, while
I think I lost
slippery slope and a little tragic.
Well,
I'm good.
Tragic and also an RV learning experience. #RV life. I think I lost 2 pounds and I feel amazing. And also real sorry that you had to deal with any of that. I love you.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye. Wow, that is an interesting experience.
Yeah, I thought you would appreciate that one.
Well, I do, and I'll share. I'll share one with you too. We didn't do a show last week or the week before rather because I had got food poisoning.
Oh, that's right.
It was the worst.
I've never experienced the kind of food poisoning that you had, though. I mean, you had it for like a week.
6 days.
Yeah,
6 days.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty much determined that it was food poisoning because I had made out with someone at the same right before this all happened, and if it was a stomach flu, they would have gotten sick for sure. They would have gotten sick.
Right. We talked about that because I was like, the last show we talked about you being the Black Widow of dating. And then I said, well, this would officially make you the Typhoid Mary of dating.
Right? So thankfully...
If you had gotten yet another gentleman caller deathly ill.
That happened.
I know!
I remember, like in January when I had just gone on a date and I had met someone new and we had made out for a period of time. And as I'm leaving his house, I felt so sick. But it was like a, sinus flu thing or whatever. I had a fever. I was sick in a totally different way. I wasn't sick to my stomach.
And he was not happy with you either. He was not happy with you. You're like,
no,
oh yeah, because I did it on purpose. Like I knew that I was going to get sick.
He was in the hospital for 2 days. He ended up going to the hospital for 2 days.
I don't think I remember that part.
I mean, he didn't stay overnight there. He went and left and went and left 2 days in a row because it went into his lungs.
Needless to say,
that
relationship
didn't
last much longer after that.
It's fraught with peril, the dating life this year. But the gentleman that I'm spending some time with now, thankfully, did not get sick. So, and I had eaten cheese and crackers and the summer sausage. And, summer sausage is
lips and assholes. My family laughs at me whenever I say that, but whenever they want to eat hot dogs, I'm like, no bueno, no thank you, lips and assholes. Go put some more mustard and ketchup on that bevy of lips and assholes you got there in your bun.
Yeah, so summer sausage is along those lines. I mean, it's the different parts, right?
Scraps. It's the scraps.
Anyone who makes sausage can enlighten us more. But in any case, it's the only thing I'd eaten all day. The crackers weren't bad, and the cheese wasn't bad because they pour cheese in a block. So any part of that cheese I would have eaten would have gotten me sick, right? So the only thing I think of is, although I had the summer sausage, it was further in, and at any point that could go bad. I would imagine that any part of that could be not good. So in any case, that was a horrible experience.
Yeah.
Because I was spending time with this person.
Yeah.
And my stomach started bothering me, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go to the bathroom in someone else's house. And thankfully, that's the worst. Despite,
I told you I
don't poop around other people within the first 3 months.
I know. I told you my sister, she will not poop in public. I've been to restaurants with her where I'm like, where'd she go? Oh, she drove home real quick because she had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
this isn't about
no,
pooping
but still,
public,
but this is. I'm just saying, some people have weird poop things.
Yeah.
You didn't want to poop because this guy only had one bathroom, and can you imagine? You're like, uh-oh. This isn't just I got to poop and hopefully it's not a stinky one kind of a story, and maybe I'll just spray and be like, sorry, man. This is I
was eviscerated.
I have food poisoning coming, and I feel all of my innards about to come out into your toilet bowl.
It was.
So did you run?
Thankfully,
did you run?
No, it stopped hurting for a while, so I was okay. And then I was leaving naturally. I didn't have to make a hasty departure. But within a half hour of being home, I was in the bathroom every hour, sometimes multiple times. Thankfully, I wasn't vomiting. I had the chills, I had body aches, and I'm drinking, fruit punch Gatorade left and right because I don't want to get dehydrated. And that went on that was Sunday. It didn't really stop till Thursday, and I didn't feel where it stopped when I'm saying going every hour. I didn't trust a fart for 6 days. And I knew that I was better.
Never trust a fart.
I knew.
Never trust a fart when you're having food poisoning.
No.
Did you have any shit the bed moments or shit yourself moments?
No, because I know my body.
Yeah, but when you have food poisoning going on, there is no knowing your body and going, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom. There's just, it's coming right now.
Well, thankfully, I have good pelvic floor muscles, and my bathroom's only 15 feet away. Food poisoning is a shitty thing, but I'm going to trademark that. Food poisoning is a shitty thing. So
never trust a fart.
My girlfriend reached out to me because she knew I was sick, and this was Thursday or Friday. I mean, I didn't think I was going to ever eat food again. I was that sick. And she's like, how are you doing? And I said, I farted and didn't shit myself. It's a good day. It was the best.
I think I'm healed. I farted and I didn't shit myself.
and I know that sounds really bizarre, but I was gleeful. Yeah. I was just overjoyed because I knew I was getting better. Yeah. And I didn't go to the doctor. I mean, I could see the white on my tongue, which is dehydration. And, the thing is that I was like alternating water, ginger ale, and this Gatorade fruit punch. Here's the PSA part.
Don't drink red Gatorade.
Yeah. Don't do that. By the second day, I had emptied out any kind of food content in my body. And it was just water. And then I'm noticing orange and red.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I fucking internally bleeding? Like, because I've gone so much. I'm like, am I internally bleeding? Am I? Because I'm a hypochondriac and this shit's starting to spin. And then I just feel so awful. And I'm like, what is going on? My stomach, the cramping in the stomach was, everything was awful.
Oh, wait.
And then I went science experiment, stopped drinking the Gatorade, just do the ginger ale.
Uh-huh.
And within about 6 hours, all was well. Yeah. And I went, God damn you, red dye number 40. So, folks, if this comes upon you, which I do not wish this on my worst fucking enemy, but you know what I'm grateful for? That I wasn't throwing up at the same time. Like, I think I kind of got off easy because I know people that are vomiting and shitting at the same time, and I would be at the hospital because I mentally couldn't handle it. I'd be just like, fucking IV me up and stick a tube down my throat and up my butt, and let's just let this work itself out. But you really can't. There's not much the doctor can do, whether it's food poisoning or norovirus or something like that, unless you're dehydrated. Then they'll IV you, right? But there's nothing they can do. I just knew it was food poisoning because the other person didn't get sick.
You poisoned yourself with lips and assholes, and it's your own fault.
I threw that summer sausage out pretty quick, right away.
Oh, those are good life choices.
So that was really fun. Yeah, so there you go. So that happened. So now we can wrap up this portion of the show.
Poop talk?
About poop.
Yeah,
sorry. Welcome to, end this part of poop talk. Okay, so, like I said, I'm dating. We know this. I won't keep this long, but just a little dating update. Got a message from this gentleman named Nick. This is his, introduction message out of nowhere.
Okay. Hit me.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing this fine morning? I like that you appreciate chivalry. Are you okay dating a younger man? I also don't have kids and never married. I also love the F word. I'm looking for long-term and consistency. I see you like physical affection. Are you okay dating someone well endowed? It's the scary kind, and I usually have compatibility issues because of it.
You're going to lead with that, are you? Also, I also have never been married. You've been married. Why does he think you've never been married?
I think he's just saying I also don't have kids, and I think it's a grammar thing as opposed to okay. That's how you introduce yourself to someone like
hi, really nice to meet you. I don't have kids. I'm younger, and I have an uncomfortably large dick. Are you cool with that?
Can that be date 2 or 3? Can I actually see if I like you?
Can we maybe have a cup of coffee first?
Well, because here's the
buy
thing.
A girl a coffee there.
How? So you tell me this out of the blocks. We meet. How am I not looking at your crotch? How am I not looking to see if you're a shower or a grower?
Yep.
How do I focus on? How do I look at your face? How do I not keep looking at your dick?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't respond. I let that go. I couldn't even investigate it for the pod. There's just no way. I'm like,
you're so selfish.
I feel bad. Like, how do you how do you even respond to this? Hey, Nick, it's really nice to meet you. Yes, I
happen to have a very large gapy vagina, which also can be compatibility issues. So I think you and I will fit like a puzzle piece.
I've often been referred to as the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
No? Okay. How about tonight?
Yeah, I just didn't really know. I don't know where you go with that. I don't really know how you have the conversation of where do you go with that? Because you don't have there's nothing else in what he said. He's actually just feeding off of my profile.
I was going to say, it's almost like, because sometimes when the fake, it's been a million years since I've been on one of the dating ones, and I absolutely hated it. But it's almost like one of the fake ones where you can kind of smell the fake ones that are I mean, he's reading it, so it's not that fake. Like, the other ones are just like, hi. They'll post a really hot picture with them and a really adorable kid and no wife because they're always widowed. And,
yes.
you know, it's all...
Or in the military.
They're in the military, so they're gone a lot. And they say all the things that they need to say to, like, hook women in to want to take care of them. But this is almost the opposite, where it's like, he's just going through your bio going, yes, I love this, yes. Just saying everything, nothing about himself, and then also ending it with, oh, and by the way, I have a big dick. But he's hiding it. He's hiding it in a polite way of being like, oh, it's kind of uncomfortable. So
Talk about burying the lead.
I hope you're okay with it, instead of just coming out and saying, hi, wanna fuck, I have a really big dick.
Well, I mean, if he's really looking for this long-term relationship and he's been...
Yeah, but do you think he was being honest? That's my point. I don't feel like he was being honest, because if he was being honest, he wouldn't just be regurgitating your bio back to you.
No, they tend to do that. I mean, like, because they want you to they want to show you that they've read your stuff. So whether this is catfishy or not, how do you respond to that? There's no other questions in there. Are you okay dating a younger man? Hey, Nick. Yeah, I love fucking 20-year-olds. Sure. Or however old you are.
I was going to say, how old is he?
I didn't look. 30s, I think it was. Honestly, I think it was 30s. And are you okay dating someone well endowed? No, actually, Nick, I prefer micro penises. I actually like it when they just
no,
put
but
the mushroom tip in.
But he clarified for you to say, I'm not just bragging like, hey, I have a big dick, let's date. I'm bragging and saying, it's so large, you're probably, like, it's been a problem for me in my life. And so you're kind of going,
if that's the case,
I feel like you're
it.
oversharing, because maybe we should get to know each other first before you already just outed yourself for me not being interested, because I'm not interested in penises that large. But also, dude, really? Maybe your response can be... No, I'm not really into younger men. I don't know that we're going to be very compatible, but I'm fascinated. Can we just get together for coffee, because I'm dying to see that gigantic monster penis that you
your zipper snake? Can we
that you advertised?
Kind of like, yeah. I mean, for the different partners that I've had in my life, which is not a laundry list, but for the different partners, they've been fairly average. This year.
Did you had a cervix puncher?
But not because he was so well endowed, but because he like bent me in fucking half like I was origami. I mean, he just like accordioned me. Oof, and I'm like, dude, that hurts. Oof. Yeah. Oof. I'm like, that fucking hurts. And he goes, relax your pussy. And I'm like, out. Get out. Why you, way to put that on me. Maybe the fact that you shortened my uterus by 4 inches so that you could feel like a man and get your average size cock to the back wall. Fucking... so that you can pat yourself on the back, that you have a big swinging dick that can hit the back of the surface and make a woman go, ouch, that hurts. Because that's got to be hot. Get the fuck out.
Do you have some feelings about this one?
I did. But in the last couple years, I have had come upon 2 situations where I did look at it. I did not have sex with these people, or else I would explain what that was like. But I looked, and I was just kind of like, that. If I ever did anything with that, it might break me in two. I don't know that I could. I would be a dick puppet. Like, I don't know how that there's any.
Dick.
It would be like the dick's the hand and the hand puppet thing, and half the dick's still hanging out. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't. And then how is that good for him? Like, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, like he said.
Anyone.
Like he said, whatever his name was, Brad, I don't know. Like
Nick.
Like he said, ironic. It's caused problems for him.
I could see where it would, because I've seen 2 larger than average size penises in the last couple of years, and
that would be a
relation.
That could be a relationship ender for women. I could honestly say
for guys too, because how is he actually going to?
I've never been with anybody that was like too big, but I don't think I would not like that at all.
Okay, so listeners around the world,
I don't even like pain. I don't like spicy food because I don't like to be in pain while I'm eating. God forbid, I don't want to be in pain when I'm having sex.
Right? While you're eating spicy food.
While I'm eating spicy food. I know some people are into that, but
So
that is not me.
So for our listeners around the world, our gentlemen or women who've experienced a larger than average size penis or have a larger than average size penis, chime into doublebubblepodcast@gmail.com and let us know how you navigate having relations in that scenario, because I'm stymied.
They look for women who are gapey.
Right? No. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. But moving on to the next part of the dating. So, if you hearken back to the first couple episodes of our show.
Yeah, let's hearken.
Hearkening. You'll recall that my brother was very unhappy with the show in the beginning, and then tried to give us tips on how to make the show bigger, because then he obviously for some reason liked it. But do you recall
you started out very judgy because we accidentally forgot to, or didn't realize how to mark the podcast as explicit.
Rating.
Yeah, explicit. It wouldn't have mattered. His son, your nephew still would have listened to it anyway, and he loved the show. But yes.
But he was like 14.
Your brother
was 14 at the time.
Horrified. 14. And then shortly thereafter, wanted me to let him know if I was ever single. So props to me. And also, he became a fan of our show. And clearly we didn't take his advice because we still only have 24 listeners.
No, but we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the show. Every single one of you. So flash forward to 2025. And said nephew calls me because he was coming past the house and he wanted to see if I wanted to grab a drink. And he's in his mid-20s now. And we start talking. I said, I can't, thanks, but I can't go out with you because I'm going on a date. Or else, I love that you called me. Thank you so much. I would have loved to grab a drink with you. And he's like, okay. And he goes, we start talking about dating and dating sites. And he's doing the dating sites and whatnot. And he says, so have you ever seen my profile? This is my nephew asking me. Auntie Girk, have you ever
come across his profile? And you're like, no, because I weed out 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds.
I said, honey, I mean, I've seen Uncle Fish. He circulates through, my ex-husband circulates through my, but you're not in my dating range. He goes, oh, okay, because I've seen yours.
What?
I said, baby, what kind of age range do you have? He says, Auntie Girk, I have no age range.
Oh my God.
Right? Look at Keek's face is like,
here's the thing.
Hanging agape.
When I was on the dating sites, there's something about it that feels very anonymous, which sounds stupid, but you just feel kind of protected. You're behind a screen. You're not like, you're putting yourself out there, because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I'm looking for people to date and people I've never met. It never dawned on me. And I don't think I ever came across anybody that I knew on there. But because living in LA, there was lots of people, but also I never came across anybody that I knew. But there was one time, and I think I talked about this on the show. There was one time I had like the 20-year, 15-year high school reunion, whatever. It was a really good picture of me. So I had put that on there. I cropped it a little bit so it wasn't like you couldn't see my girlfriends, because I learned that was like a dating site faux pas. Don't put pictures of you with your girlfriends. Because then they're like, who's that?
I don't know
who's
who
that
you are.
hot girl?
Right.
And so I had cropped it, and it was like, a cute picture, and I was in the middle of it. But one of my friends from high school was in the background. I get a message from him. Do you have a picture of me on your dating site? And I was like,
oh no.
Oh my God. I mean, you're in the background of one of the pictures. Why? And he was like, because a buddy of mine saw it and came across it and called me. It was like, do you know this chick? And I was like, oh my God, I wasn't mortified because I was on the dating sites, but I was just horrified because sometimes I do really boneheaded stuff that seems like common sense to everybody else, but I just have these blonde moments. No offense to my blonde friends or to any of our German listeners, or Norwegian listeners, but I just have these like blonde moments sometimes where I go, what? Like I was in the Target trying to figure out this extension cord and I could not for the life of me figure it out. And then when I got it home, I went, oh my God, what is wrong with you? You just like click this button and so I had one of those moments where I just was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed and horrified that some rando dude was like, I know Art. That's my buddy. He knows this chick. What's her deal? Needless to say, the guy never even like messaged me to ask me for a date. Whatever.
No, but I never put pictures of me with other people.
I didn't even think about it because you're just like, you're in a dark room and you're setting up your profile and you're just like looking for pictures that make you look cute and you have friends and you're at parties and you're whatever. And I just was like, oh my God. So stupid. Yeah,
I actually...
Horrifying.
When I see, like, if I see guys that are, if their first picture was with, other people, I'm like, I'm not playing the fucking, where's Waldo? Like, I don't,
which one
I don't
is
need
he?
to,
yeah.
Which one? Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. I'm like, and he proceeds to tell me that he fancies the older gals. But you know what? It's a huge thing right now that a lot of younger men do.
Did he give you pointers on your dating site?
No, he did not give me pointers on my dating site. Although that would have been interesting, but I don't.
No, don't revisit. Don't revisit.
Wait, no, it wouldn't be interesting. Here's me.
No.
I thought about that for a second. No, in mid-20s, telling me no, not interesting in the least. But yeah, I said good for you that you are dating.
What's the oldest he's dated? Okay, now you got to take him out for a drink and like get all the deets.
I think he said 53.
Was the oldest that he dated?
I'm sure. I think he did more than date. I think he
had sex with her.
I think he knocked boots, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It was a 43 or 53.
Big
let's
difference.
Just say almost twice his age. Yeah, possibly.
Does nephew have mommy issues, mayhaps?
I'm not even speculating. I
mean, listen.
I will.
That's super judgy of me too, because there's nothing wrong with the whole May-December romance, but that's also very judgy of me.
Yeah.
Not everybody who likes the older gal has mommy issues.
And we know how judgy you are.
Maybe.
So.
And I'm also very judgy.
Well, moving this along. So I got some exciting news.
You're pregnant.
Which is also a. No. I have some exciting news, which is also, it's one of those, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Then, oh my God, a Girk story.
What?
Here we go. So for those of you that have been longtime listeners, we've had a guest on our show who we refer to as Bunny, and her name is Suzanne Soul.
Yes.
And Suzanne has this amazing podcast called The Spiritual Shit Show with Suzanne Soul. And the Spiritual Shit Show explores like the glorious mess of being human and the weird, wonderful, and sometimes woo-filled journey of healing and spiritual awakening. So she invited me to be on her show.
Love it.
Which, by the way, is a 2025 finalist for the Signal Awards, which recognizes podcasts that define culture. And she got nominated in 2 categories. Comedians shaping culture and religion and spirituality. So
wow,
we're very happy about
go.
really I'm really excited. That episode drops tomorrow. I will put a link into the Double Bubble Facebook page. So if you want to check that out, if you aren't a personal friend of mine and don't see my Facebook feed. So from around the world, it's just what I ended up talking with her is, and we talked about this occasionally on the show, but I have a pretty big spiritual side. I'm an intuitive tarot card reader, and I help people connect to their God self or their higher self to receive messages that help them, right? To listen to your intuition, and I use tarot cards to guide them to being open to receiving messages. We all get them. So that's just a gift that I've cultivated, and it's another part of who I am. So I did this, I think it was in September, so it's going to be coming out. And I will also post the link, but it's youtube.com/Spiritual Shit Show Podcast. But again, I'll put that up. And so Suzanne was kind enough to have me on her show. She's also spent the last 25 years walking this spiritual path and falling off of it. And she's funny and fierce, and she's telling us all that we can heal, we can grow, and we can laugh our way through it, which is what we did, right? So we talked about that.
Love it.
Unexpectedly, I wanted, it's a video podcast. So I wanted to look nice, right? Because people are going to see me. So I wore a cute little dress, and I was expecting it to be, I'd seen some of their other podcasts and they were at a table. So I expected to be like a waist up at the least kind of situation. As we know, I don't like to wear underwear very much.
No, you don't.
So so that was just a normal thing for me. I'm like, I'm going the way I always go. And I walk into the studio, and they're low couches with the big fluffy cushions, like you sink into it. And I was like, we discussed it when they were framing. I'm like, okay, I'm a little concerned that I'm going to Sharon Stone you here because I'm not wearing any underwear. Like, this is what I had said to her. All good. So we just kind of made it. Didn't think anything else of it. I was really happy to do the show. This morning I get a text saying, "Hi, Dial, FYI, I just posted a clip from your episode on the socials and tagged you." I said, "I just saw it. I'm really excited to see the whole thing. When will you put it up?" Tuesdays at 7 a.m. is the episode drop day. She says, "I had to majorly crop the frame because you had some vag shots." Do you know how mortified I am?
Wear underwear. We've talked about this.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to share this on the podcast
Was
today.
she admonishing you, or
goes,
was she laughing?
No, she was laughing. There's a lot of laughing. And I'm like, but there was like, the rolling of horrification is coming through.
How many people got to see
she,
your vag? Her and her editor?
The guy who shot it.
Love that for you. Is he cute?
He was cute.
Is he single?
He was cute, but I don't, single or straight, I don't know. But that's really not the point. But I'm like, she's telling me that she had to crop it crop the frame. And I know this dude must have seen it. And I was like, okay, but my legs weren't open. So it wasn't like, but you probably could see inner thigh. I mean, I have thick thighs.
How short was this skirt?
It came to my knees. So, I mean, like, it was a little bit above my knees. And so I pulled it down when I sat. But I'm really like, so you saw my pussy? Like, did? And she just did the laughing face. So
Ratings.
I actually don't really know.
Ratings. She should have left it in.
Well, she cropped it.
She should have left it in with a little smiley face sticker over your hoo-ha.
Because that would not have detracted from the message at all. And I said,
vaginas are very spiritual. My vagina is a spiritual experience.
They are. Well, we create children. We create life in our womb. Right. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll put it up on the podcast. And then I knew I was going to tell this story. And I'm like, now, the guy from Bangladesh is going to be watching it, trying to see the Where's Waldo of my vagina. Like, maybe he'll just be able to see she missed a frame. So there you go. So that was interesting. And I'm like, of course, that's just me. I tried to look really presentable and really pretty and, dainty. And beaver was
You can't take the whore out of the woman.
Oh! I am not you just called me a whore.
A little bit. Whore-ish.
Really? Let's try to
Oh, no, I'm not
backpedaling.
I'm leaning in.
Wow. You kind of are being a bitch.
Judgy bitch.
Well, that's nothing new. Anyway, so that's what's going on. So that will be dropping as a two-parter. I haven't seen the whole thing myself, so I'm very excited about that.
Part one,
and
she's calling the beeve. Two-parter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Hey, you guys, thanks for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed this time together with us because we sure did.
We did.
With you. And we love you. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.